Well, good morning and welcome to the 60 Up members page and workout for today, Wellness Wednesday with Kathy Stevens. Hi, everybody. We're right in the middle of February, which is Heart Month, of course. And so my focus all month will be on the heart and lungs, the cardiovascular system, and how to maximize our usage of the 60 Up board to get a great heart rate training. Now, we talked a little bit last week about what I called rock steady or steady state training. Of course, the rock came from being on that nice unstable surface, that safe unstable surface on the 60 Up. So we are always going to get the bonus of the neuromuscular system being stimulated for better stability and overall balance because we're doing or applying our cardio workout to the board. So it's kind of like the underlying benefit that comes along with whatever we choose to do. Last week we did steady state, meaning we slowly warmed up and then tried to keep our heart rate in what we call a training zone, a comfortable training zone, a steady state for about 20 minutes. Now we discussed how do you know if you're in the steady state. If you were here last week, you'll know that we tried to use perceived exertion. Meaning on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being I'm exhausted, I'm huffing and puffing, I need to sit down. 1 being right now I'm sitting on a chair, I'm feeling rested and ready to go. You want to hit about midway, 5, 6, maybe even 7 on that scale during the steady state training. So we're still going to use perceived exertion. We're still going to get in a steady state, but today is going to be about peak training, peaking that intensity in very short little runs. I don't know, call it a sprint. Not true intervals, but just a little peak movement to help you feel what might it feel like for a few seconds if you pushed yourself and got outside of that comfort zone of the steady state, the 5, 6, 7, maybe hit an 8, and then right back into steady state. Kind of like revving the engine just a bit to make sure that it can go there. And why would we want to do that? Well, we know that one of the ways to increase your endurance, your steady, your ability to feel good throughout the day, to have lots of energy, is to push the pedal, just to rev the engine just a bit. Not so much to be uncomfortable or breathless, but just a bit to increase that push or that workload for the heart. So we're going to use certain movements that are just going to increase a little bit, short duration, peak moves today within our steady state. We're still going to get at least 20 minutes of cardio in, but we're going to push the pedal a little bit. Are you ready for that? I am. Let's see who's in the house today, and then we're going to get going because it's important for us to do that. Hi, Doug. Good morning back to you with a capital G. And hi, Pat. Dan says hi. Thank you, Dan, for mentioning the workout and recruiting for my class as well. And I do want to let you guys know, and I'm going to repeat this, Dan is here on Tuesday and Thursday, and we try to create enough variety so that you don't get bored, but also so you see a continuing training effect to what you're doing on the board. Tuesday is our first day of the week, and we try, or Dan tries to re-emphasize the basics to really make sure that you're utilizing the board the way that it was designed to teach you some of the underlying things that then we might progress to on Wednesday. I try to keep it more of a flow workout, whatever our theme happens to be. And then he hits it again on Thursday with a more advanced version of what he does on Tuesday. So we've kind of got, I like to say, beginning, intermediate, advanced for the most part. And that way you can kind of record, choose the ones you want, and replay. Keep in mind these workouts are designed because they're housed here on the 60 Up page to be able to do all week long or to save them in your favorites so you can come back and do them again. Or you can visit YouTube, which stores many of our old workouts. Just in the search bar, put 60 Up and you'll find all kinds of stuff that we've done in the past. Hundreds of workouts, to be honest. So let's get going. I'm going to put a little beat on to get that cardio up and running. I will come back and check in on the chat box, just like I did now, to just see if there's any questions or comments going on. Of course, I expect you to be behind the board, so there shouldn't be too much chatter. Notice I have a chair in the back. Why? At any point you need to be able to sit down, take a break. Please do. Also have a towel on it so that if you need to wipe down a little bit, get a little sweaty in the palms, you can grab your towel. And then up close, what you can't see is my water. So let's drink up, let's get up, and let's get warmed up. All right, let's do this. 60 up with the up. All right, I'm going to start my tunes and we will be off to the races. Here we go. All right, up and away on the 60 up. Cardio up today with a little peak training. How's that sound to you guys? All right, stand up nice and tall behind your board. Now, from here, let's just rise up and down. Through the feet, hands can hold, lift and lower. Just wake up those calf muscles. Up and down. Pull your shoulders back and down. Good. And let's really focus on that for a second. As you come down, pull back and down. Or as you go up, pull back and down. I like that better. Shoulders down, heels up. Shoulders down, heels up. Lift and drop. Boy, waking up those calves. 4 more. And 3. Are you still pushing the shoulders? Last one. Hold down. Now, tap it out. Bend the knees a little bit. And alternate tap. We are attacking those lower leg muscles as we warm up the body for our cardio peak workout today. Tap it out. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now sit back and push the hips forward. Sit back. So this is kind of a mini chair squat. Chair squat. Imagine that chair is behind you. You're not going all the way down. You're just doing a little quarter squat. Quarter of the way down and up. Now this time, as we come up, pull a little bit with the elbows and the palms towards you. So you start to feel some of those larger back muscles, the latissimus dorsi, the middle back, the rhomboids, the trapezius. Feel them contract as you pull those handles, just gently. I don't want you to pull your board up off the floor. Again, sit back and pull forward. Sit back, contract down with the shoulder girdle. There we go. Scapula down, neck long. Sit back, pull in. Feel those muscles engaging, that blood flow. Good. Warming up those large back muscles, those hip and thigh muscles. All right, hold up tall. Now from here, let's step the feet wider, toes out just a bit, then lunge side to side. Let's work in that hip joint a bit, knees and hips. Nice. Side to side, nice and slow. Let your shoulders shift, engage your core muscles. Now really push your chest through as you lunge, so my body starts to feel a stretch in the chest and arm. There we go. Push the chest to the right, push it to the left. Good, you've got this. Head high, knees in the direction of the toes. 4 more. Open up that chest. 3. Feel that dynamic stretch. All right, last set. Bring it back to the center. Now bring the toes forward, the heels in a bit, and let's do that back roll. Here we go. Flat back. Roll through. Nice and slow. Really target feeling this down the back of the legs and up the spine. Feel a little stretch between each vertebra of the back. Inhale. Exhale. Use your breath on this too. Let's get those lungs active. Nice and deep. Last one. Now the head looks right, center, left. Pull your shoulder blades down. Good. Lengthen that neck. Head high, chest up. Abs tight. Look right, look left. A couple more. Last set. Look right, center, left. Now slow roll. Let's get rid of any leftover tension in the neck from your sleep or maybe from the day before even. Inhale and exhale. Get rid of those kinks. that vestibular system. Nice. Once more to each direction. Last side. Bring it back to the center. Now wiggle those fingers and pound those heels. I'm just doing a very little light lift and drop with the heels, and I'm waking up those fingers by just tap, tap, tapping on the poles. Nice. In 8, 7, 6, head high. 3, 2, all right, start a march. Right, left, bring them in. Nice high march. Aha, here's where we start to kick up that cardiovascular response. Get that system engaged. Work that heart. The heart's a muscle, just like every other muscle. It needs to be worked to stay strong and endurant. And how do we work it? We get that pulse rate up. That's the beat. That's the contraction of the heart. Nice. Lift, lift. You got it. Knee up, chest up, head up. In 4, we're going to start our tapping on the board with the right. Tap right, down, tap left, down. Touch the red line and think about that little bit of stability effort that has to come in as you transition and hold on one leg. Start to tighten up your core, start to tighten up the hips, and get a little more solid on that one leg. Tap, down, tap, chest up, shoulder blades down. Let's tap the heel instead. Heel, drive it forward, toes are up, heels are down. We're still warming up, gang. If you just joined me, we're here for some peak cardio training today. Good, 4 more times. 4, and 3, and 2. Now toe tap on the floor side, side and out, side and out. Heel tap on side, heel, heel. 4 more times. 4, and 3, 2. Let's go back to a marching step right here. March on the beat this time. It's a little bit lower, but your chest is still up high. Your heart rate is going to start to elevate. You'll start to feel the need to breathe. Good. Keep it going. And if you want, you can kind of pull your poles a little bit, engaging more upper body, arm, shoulder, back muscles. Good. Keep it up, keep it up. All right. Do you feel like you're in a nice little cardio zone right now? Keep it moving. Remember, at any time you need to slow down, just slow the pace down, or even sit down if you need to. We're going to do our first peak move. Let's go. Fast feet. Fast feet. Peek it up, peek it up. Lean onto your poles just a bit. Bear your weight. Here we go in 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now bend the knees. Woo! Can you feel that? Did that peak your heart rate? Did that peak your intensity perception? Were you maybe at a 5 or 6 and now, woo, you're taking a breath and calling it more of a 7 or 8. March left, left, right, left. All right, steady it out again. Did you feel that? It was kind of early to go right into a peak move, wasn't it? That's okay, we got to get this done. Here we are, back to steady. Chin up, chest up. Just going for a nice little walk. Here we are. Now this time, out and in, out, in. Keep going with this move. I just noticed my shoes untied. Keep going. Out, in, out, in. There you go. Hope you didn't bend over with me there. Keep that head up high. Out. Steady state. Left, right. Nice. How we doing? How you feeling? We're well within our cardio portion of the workout now. Heart rate is going up. Body is elevating in temperature. respiratory system is kicking in. You should feel yourself breathing a little deeper by now. Here we go. 8. And we're going to add a peak move. 7, 6, 5, 4 more, 3 more. Now let's go back into that jog center. Go, go, go. Jog, 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 jog. Come on. It's just a peak. It's just enough to get you up there for a few seconds. In 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Bend the knees. Woo, take a breath. There you go. Very nice. You feel a lot of movement going on here. That heart rate elevating, blood flow pumping. 2 more. All right, right basic step. Up, up. I just want you to sense the shift of the board as you step 1 and 1 on top and down. Just feel how your board rocks naturally. Let it go, let it happen. Let it react through your ankle, knee, and hip. But keep your core steady, your core. What's your core? Pelvis to shoulders, all the muscles that support that spine, that keep that torso posture up tall. Keep it tall and steady. Let those legs absorb the rock. There we go. Very nice. 2, let's widen this a little bit so it goes turn out. Now you're going to feel much bigger. Oh, yes, see how that board really stomps down all the way as you shift. Good. Remember, when we do our cardio steady state with peak workout today, we want to try to keep movement going for 20 minutes. But if at any time you need to rest, please feel free to take your own personal rest, because we sometimes need to build into these workouts. Again, right, left, couple more. Last one. Now this time on the floor, heel drops. Drop, drop, drop. Now, if you're in pretty good cardio condition and you want to add a little bit more intensity, feel free to have it be more of a little bit of a jump. Or just keep it through the heels. Here we go. Let's peak it up. Peak it up. Pump it up. Keep it at the impact that's right for you. 5, 6, 7, 8. March left, right. Woo! How'd that go? Did you feel that peak? All right, bring it down. Mush grapes. Mush grapes. Bring it back under control. What do I mean by mush grapes? Imagine you've got some grapes under your heels and you're smashing them into the floor, making some wine. All right, are you ready? Basic. Left leg leading. Up, 2. Whew. Sometimes it's not until you slow down after a peak move that you start to realize, wow, I was peaking that heart rate intensity. Here we go. Left, right. 1 and 1. Keeping it back to that nice, steady, comfortable zone on a scale of 1 to 10 in our perceived exertion, about a 5, 6, or 7. Yes, we've got this. Up, up. This is Heart Month, so we are focused on conditioning and increasing our heart health, our heart endurance, our heart stamina. A little wider. Turn it out. Toes towards the 3. Knees in the line or direction of the toes. Head up high, chest up, abdominals. Always help just a little bit in. Good. Keep going. In. 2. Again. Up. 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 Beautiful. 4 more. 3 more. 2. This time stay up on your board. And from here, let's rock it out. Bend those knees. Push, push, push. From a nice wide stance, really use some energy to get it to move briskly. Come on, rock that board. Push that heart rate. Pull with those arms. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now slow we go. Just slow it down. Beautiful. Rock it side to side. Get that heart rate back under control and breathe. All right, let's step in to 1 and 1 and just go for a nice little heel jog. Good. There we are. Rocking side to side. Smash those heels. You're making wine again. Push those grapes down. Push. Chin up, chest up, head high. We've got this. Now, as we're rocking side to side, let's look to the right, look center, look left, look center. Again, right, center, left, center. Sometimes when you're going out for a walk, you gotta be aware of your surroundings. Again, just alternate, center, left, center, right, center. Oh boy, not too much more. You're gonna get a little dizzy, right? Last set, right, center, left, center. Now, bend, extend. So now just bend slightly, but as you're bending, force your hips to go behind you so you don't put too much pressure in the kneecap. Sit back, up, back, up, back, up. Breathe nice and deep. Inhale, exhale. Good. Those large muscles that get you in and out of a chair, your hips, your thighs, they pump a lot of blood and keep that heart rate up, don't they? But the arms can also help. So now let's take the right arm, reach down and up and balance. Down, up, down, up, down. Remember, the goal of cardio is to get as much muscle contraction going at the same time as possible to draw or demand more oxygen out to those extremities or out to those working muscles, which has to be pumped via the heart. That's why your heart rate goes up. So cardio exercise, aerobic exercise is anything that asks a lot of muscle to contract at the same time, which then responds by elevating the heart rate to get that blood out there. 4 more, and 3, and 2, and 1. Now pump it up down here. Just pump it down low. Pump it down low. Let your toes tap up and down. Let's get those shin muscles going. Pump, pump, pump. Woo! That set position is gonna really get those leg muscles working. So set those hips back. Contract those leg muscles, those shin muscles, those hip muscles. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now down and other arm. Down, up, down, up. Woo, keep that board stable without even thinking about it. Did you notice that? Especially if you're one of my regulars or you've been doing the 60 up for a while, you start to notice you start getting good at getting that board to be stable without being focused on it. That's the beauty of neuromuscular recall or memory, where it starts to work without you having to be completely focused on it. And that's the goal of functional training. Yes, so you catch your body in space when you need to. We don't always get to pre-think things, right? Especially when something happens suddenly, like a little trip or fall or stumble. 4 more, 4, and 3, reach up, 2. Now let's load again, down low, load and tap. See how my hips are staying back and my toes are coming up and down? This might peak your heart rate a little bit because there's a lot of sustained contraction going on in those thigh and hip muscles. No relief. You feel that? They might even start to feel a little warm, a little burny sensation. Here we go in 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stand tall. Let's rock wide. Woo! Did you feel that? Yes. Did it peak at that intensity for you? How would you have judged that last few seconds? 4 to 7 or 8? I hope so. Our goal today is to put a little pedal to the metal to the pedal. I always get that one wrong. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. We're about halfway through. So let's come down and step off our board and get a drink of water. Woo. And if you are finding yourself a little bit sweaty, wipe off. This is a cardio aggressive workout, which means you are going to be letting off a lot of heat. You're going to be burning. And if you can, keep walking so we don't lose that cardio. Keep going. Or even just heel dropping. See, just that little light movement in the knee and hip keeps that blood pumping from the extremities back to the heart, which is important when you're in the middle of a cardio workout. So try not to just stand still. Drink some water. Okay, so what I was saying is, because this is a cardio-focused workout, we are going to be exuding a lot of heat through our body as that heart rate picks up and those calories are being utilized. And so what happens is, oftentimes, depending on what you're wearing or the environment, it gathers as sweat on your body. So that's why you might find the need for that towel a little more during a cardio workout than anything else. All right, still just kind of smashing grapes down there with a little rotation down, letting my toe come down and my heel come in. A little twisty, almost like you're putting out a cigarette under your foot. Let those heels come down. This is really nice to help mobilize the hips. So it's a heel lift with a little twist. Heels coming in and in. All right, you got this. Chest up, chin up, twist in, heels up, toes down. Nice. Put it in the blender. Let's get moving again. All right, from here, step, touch, side to side. Whew. Little floor mix. Good. Steady state, guys. We want to stay in that mid zone of perception. Feet are moving a little slower today than mine, that's okay too. Just as long as you keep some movement flow going. Every time you do a workout, you'll get a little better at it, which will increase your agility, your speed of movement. So don't give up. Just get 60 of it. All right, now we're gonna go down, over, down, over. So notice I'm sinking and then kind of exploding or pushing off from right to left. Notice I have a deeper bend at my hips to the back and my knees. And my arms are bearing the weight and helping me kind of get over, almost like you're leaping over something on the floor. Oh, wow, how's that heart rate right now? All right, bring it back to center. Walk. Wide walk. Chest up, chin up. Whew, take that breath. Awesome. Bring it back in. Walk in place. That's it. Now let's take it to the left tap, right tap. We're going to build that same little series. Now the nice thing is when I build a series of movements like this, it typically will allow you to up your intensity as we build it, or opt not to go to the higher intensity and stay with this move if it didn't feel comfortable for you. All right? So maybe all you want to do is get better at this pace of movement. Step, tap, step, tap. Good. Chin up, chest up. Keep it moving. Remember, our goal today is to keep that heart in a training zone. So, whatever level you can stay at, that's the best level for you. But if you want to add a peak, how are we going to do it on this move? We're going to sit back, load and explode. Sit back, load and explode. Good. Sink down, and then imagine that you're leaping over the red ball. That's it. Bear a little weight through your arms so you can almost push with your arms a little bit to give you that height. Whew. That's it. We've got this. Come on, 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Walk it. Good. Out wide a little. Nice. Shoulder blades roll around a little bit. Drop them down. Reposture. Good job. Whew. How'd that feel? Bring them in together. Light march. All right, this next pattern, I call it a split step. Watch me once. Up, up, tap, 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 and step down. Up, up, tap down, and step back. Left foot, right foot, left, right. So see how we're splitting the step up pattern with 2 lunges back? Up, 2, lunge back, and step off. Again, chin and chest up. Work on that automatic balance reaction. Don't think too much about it. Just think about getting your feet in a good position on the board, around 1 and 1 on the step up. Comfortable. Full foot on, no heel drags off. Nice. Again, left, right, and left, right. Again, step up left, lunge back left, lunge back right, step off left. Ah, you've got this. And I'm calling it a split step because I'm splitting my basic step up pattern with 2 lunge backs. Good. Again, up, 2, back, and off. Couple more. All right, this one's going to stay up, and we're going to add that peak move. From here, we're just going to go down, up, down, alternate, but go down a little lower and reach back a little further. Nice. Load and lunge. Load and lunge. Feel those thigh muscles really having to push through and contribute. Hips back, toe back. Ooh, can you feel that? How about 4 more? 4, pick it up. 3, pick it up. 2, peek it up. 1, and stay here. Woo! Heels just up and down. See how sometimes it's not till you come to the end of a pattern like that that you start to feel, oh boy, my heart was responding. My breathing, my rate of breath is responding. Excellent job. Steady it up. Good. Keep moving, keep bending. We are so getting there. Awesome. Simple rock. Bend the knee, shift the hip, lift the heel. Chin and chest up. Wiggle those fingers every once in a while. They get a little static. In 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. All right, let's run the board. Let's go. Peek it out. Peek it out. Come on. Imagine that you're just trying to get the fast turnover, earthquake style. Let's go. Bend your knees. Let those feet stomp, stomp, stomp. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and step off. And march right, left. Woo. Catch your breath. After that nice little peak move, give me just a nice slow uplift march. So lift that knee up, 60 up. Center your posture. Be aware of the need to breathe and let it come down a little bit to a more comfortable, steady state sensation. Yes, learn to read your body. It's so important. When you know what your body is telling you, you can do so much more safely and feel good about what you're doing. Here we go. Up, up. Do you feel it start to calm down a little bit? Getting ready for steady state again. So we're going to go back to the split step, leading with the right this time, because I don't know if you remember, but the last time we were leading with our left foot. So this time, the split step will lead with the right. Chin and chest up, reposture. Good. Are you ready? Right up, right, left, lunge right, lunge left, and then step off right. Don't lunge back too far. It's just more of a touching the toe to the floor right behind you. Don't try to get the heel to drop on that foot that's lunging towards the ground. Just the toe. Just the toe. And exit. Step up right. Lunge right. Tap left. Step down right. Here we go. Steady state. Up. Up. Tap. Tap. And off. Again. Once again, every once in a while, just recognize how wonderfully your brain and body work together to just feel comfortable, even though you're on an unstable surface. The more comfortable you get with it, the more reactive your balance becomes. It learns to do what it needs to do. Up, tap, tap, step, down, up. Good. We've got this. Keep that chest up high. Step, down, up. Woo. Good. Nice and steady. Again. Now this next one, we're going to stay up and at a peak, alternate taps. A little further down with the front knee, a little further stretch back with the rear leg. You're still only tapping the toe to the ground, not dropping the heel. You're bending that front knee and letting that back leg reach a little further behind you. Adding a little more intensity to the move by a deeper lunge with more muscles to pull you back to center. Here we go. 8, come on, get low. 7, use your arms. 6, bear your weight. 4 more. 4, and 3, last 2, and 1. All right, stay here. Rock it out lightly. Whew, think about it. Is your heart rate up? You're doing great. We've got about 5 more minutes to go for the cardio. And then we'll do some great mobility and stretchability and cool down stress reduction work. Here we go. So when I work you hard like this, when I get that heart rate up and I keep it up, we got to then bring it down and bathe ourselves in some of those endorphins that reduce stress. That's one thing I love about a cardio workout, is it really does influence the chemistry of your body as well as your heart and lung health. Here we go. Rock it side to side. Whew. Chin up, chest up. Now this time, we did look right, look left. Let's look down, center, up, center, down, center, up, center. I keep wanting to skip center. How about you? Up, center, down, center, up, center, center. You never know when there's a bird overhead you need to look out for, right? Or you find a penny on the floor. Here we go. Up, center, down, center, up, center, down. Again, you're going to notice that anytime you involve a little more head movement, it's a multitask of sorts for focus, but it also stimulates the inner ear and it might give you a little sensation of balance or non-balance. So stop when you need to, please. All right, center it out, wide. All right, remember how we did that fast little jog in the center? Let's try it wide, but bend those knees for this peak move. Okay, let's go. Come on, step back a little bit. Create that earthquake. Sit that hip structure back. Push, pull, push, pull. That's it. Big earthquake here. Let's go. Beautiful. I shouldn't joke about earthquakes when I'm in California, right? So far, so good, guys. Let's shake it up. Here we go. 4, 3, 2, 1, and rock slow. Ooh, boy. Look at those fingers. Excellent job. Shift it right and left. Toes are out, heels are in. Whew. I love it. Now we're going to pivot turn. So switch your grip so that you're now facing to your right. Got 1 foot front, 1 foot back. Just rock that side position. Be steady. Nice. All right, now step both feet back. Now from here, just march on the end. Good, keep moving. Chin up, chest up. Looking good. Let those calves stretch out a little bit. Nice. Keep it going, keep it going. Just walk. Rib cage up, abdominals braced, chin up, chest up. We're going to do a lunge shuffle like this. Lunge, back, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Lunge, back, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Lunge, back, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Job. Now, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. This is gonna peak that heart. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Stomp it. Stomp it. Stomp. Stomp and run, run, run. Last time. Last side. And turn it around. All right, rock and roll again. Go a little wider for me. Nice. Catch your breath. How we doing? Can you do one more series of steady to peak? Because we got to get the other side in. Then we're going to get that nice relaxation and cool down. Good. Keep going. All right, pivot, turn it. Once again. 1 foot front, 1 foot back, rock it out. Readjust your feet. You don't want the heels hanging off, but you also want to have a little room to rock. Forward and back. Almost there, gang. Stick with me. We've been a good, solid 20 minutes already, so this is what I call OT, overtime. Here we go. Bonus. Chin and chest up. All right, now bring that foot back, so feet are together, and then we can just march it here, heels up and down. Now my march doesn't even hardly get the foot off, but it lets my calves stretch out since I'm on that downward decline, which is a good lengthening move for the calves. Chin up, chest up, easy pedal march. I guess we'll call it a pedal march, because it's more like you're pushing your heels into a pedal. Go, go, go. Chin up, chest up. Posture tall. Chin up, chest up, abs braced, head centered over shoulders. Those are always posture cues, no matter what position you're doing your cardio in. You want your head back over your shoulders back and down, your sternum up, your abdominals pulled slightly in. I like to just say embraced or braced. Whew. Are you ready to pick it up a little? So we're going to lunge with 8. So lunge, back, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And you can just do it whatever pace you want. Lunge, back. You know how to make 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. Back. small, tiny, tiny. Back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Last time. All right, here we go with the peak move. Ready? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Now this combines not only quick feet, power lunge, but control the board. A lot going on here. Nice. 1, 2, 3. 4 more. 4, 3, 2. Last one. All right. Center out. Rock it slow. Woo, did you feel that? That's those engines roaring, pushing the pedal a little bit today in our peak cardio training workout on 60 Up. We are at the downside now of that steady state. So let's think about slow breathing, slow moving, slow down the heart rate, but keep the muscles contracting. Remember what I said from the floor? It's the same up here. You always want to kind of keep a fluid movement going so those muscles in the extremities are pumping that blood back to the center of your body. The heart, the lungs, the brain. Here we go. Just let that lunge calm down your system. Control what normally is out of control. Not out of control, but out of your control. Something that happens as a response, the autonomic system of respiration and heart rate. It just responds. But yet we can think about controlling it a bit to help it get where we want it to go. So think about reaching with those fingers, pushing that blood back to the center of the body, reestablishing a low steady state, maybe a 4 or 5 on the scale of 1 to 10 in your sensation or your perception. Here we go. Right, left, right. Excellent. Now we're going to hold it to the right. Hold it. Flip up the left toe and turn it out. Let it go in towards the pole and out. Now just rest your body on those poles. Don't overgrip. Wiggle your fingers. Just imagine that your left leg is being sharpened like a pencil. Turn it in, turn it out at the hip. Really maximizing the range of motion. Good. And then we're going to hold it with the toe up and sink back into your seat, your personal seat. But imagine your hip or buttocks could go back towards your chair. Now if you want, you can put the right hand on your right thigh. Feel that nice lengthening stretch down the back of the left inner thigh, hamstring, and outer hip or buttocks muscle. Here we go. Take a breath, bring it in, squat to center. Now stay here, placing your hands on the board and find center of your board. Can you keep it? Can you keep center? Little contraction going on, shaky, shaky, shaky. Roll out of it. Come through it. Now I know this is going to make your board rock a little bit, but I want you to experience that spinal roll, which is a lot of mobility, because you're bending your ankles, knees, and hips, and then rolling or flexing and bending your spine on an unstable surface. But guess what, guys? This is so within your control. So enjoy the roll. Enjoy the roll. Flat back on the way down, roll through. Last one. Inhale, exhale. Oh, such control. Here we go. Again, slow down. Go side to side. Put that weight over towards the left and over towards the right. Allow your body to shift through. Feel like a wave. Feel the contraction on one side, the release on the other, like the tide. And let it have an effect on your heart, your lungs, your mind. Just sway it. Make sure your knees and toes kind of pivot a little bit so that there's good alignment down the chain of the hip, knee, and ankle. Good. Now this time we're going to lay it out and land it on the left. Sit back into that imaginary chair. hold it there, and then we're going to pick up that toe on the right foot. Now hold your pulse whatever way feels good for you, okay? You can do whatever you want with one arm, and keep it here, you can keep them both there. Remember, toe's going to circle inward and outward, like you're sharpening a pencil at your hip. But you're going to keep your hip back. You're going to keep your core nice and flat, nice and solid. And just mobilize into those muscles deep in the hip joint. Good. Stretching the inner thigh, stretching a lot of small muscles that many of us don't even know they exist or what their name are. Here we go. Toe in. And who cares? Let's just work them. Just stretching. Good. Last one. And then let's sit back a little deeper and really feel that sensation of stretch, static stretch, in that hamstring, hip, inner thigh complex. Right there. Put your other hand on your thigh if that feels good. Lean in with a nice long spine, long neck, hips back. Notice that your knee, if you were to drop a plumb line from your kneecap, it should be behind the toe. You don't want to get so far forward that it creates too much stress at the knee. So always think about that when you are bending your knees. Breathe it. Inhale, exhale. Bring it back to center. Find your center. Can we do the roll again? We'll call this the balance roll. Sit back, bend your knees. Ooh, that one had to adjust for me. Did you see that? You might have to adjust your feet so that as you roll through, you try to keep that board as level as possible. Sit back, bend your knees, get your hips back, and then roll through and up the spine. It's all right if it bottoms out. That's your goal, is to try to figure out what do you need to do, where do you need to shift to keep that board more centered. Such a great way to work on balance and proprioception, your body's awareness of itself in space. Good, nice deep breath. Woo. It would also help if you guys had a mirror in front of you, or maybe if you could somehow see yourself in your own computer screen. I'm not sure how that works on Facebook, but like in Zoom where you can see more than one person, you can watch yourself, and that eye to mind helps with that body perception. One more time. I'm breathing deep. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful. Awesome. All right, step into 1 and 1. Step off right. Step off left. Get some water. We are done with our cardio and we are ready for your treat, your relaxation and stretch at the end. So take a sip. Cheers to you all. Hopefully you notice this time as we get our water, we don't have to keep moving because we allowed that heart rate to gradually come down with those last moves, and that way there's no blood pooling that is making it difficult to get your heart rate back into its comfortable state. But you can still move a little bit. Sometimes it just feels good to keep something moving as we come out of a nice strong cardio workout. Okay. So now I'm going to come over and see if there's any important relevant news that I should have looked at earlier in the box. I see Mona's here. Thanks, Mona. And Craig, I'm glad you're here. It's a little better late than never. Always is true. All right, so now we're going to cool down. And so what I would like you to do for this cool down is grab a chair. So go grab one. You don't have one already. I'm going to tone the music down a little bit. And we're going to relax now, guys. Like I said, when I work you, and it's something like what we did today, which is pretty aggressive, and I like to also promise you a really nice recovery or cool down and end of class. So go ahead and sit down. Now, kind of push your board a little bit. I'm actually not going to use the board in the cool down, so I'm going to shoot it out of the way so that it's not in the way of you seeing what I'm doing. But you all know your own space. So keep it where you need it. Again, wipe yourself off if you need to. That was quite a high energy expenditure workout, meaning you're expending a lot of intensity and energy. Calories are going to burn, and you're gonna probably sweat. Good job. All right, so now let's sit up nice and tall, feet flat on the floor, right beneath the knees. Let's just start with lifting and dropping, one ankle at a time. But this is slow. You know, in the warm-up, we do it with a tapping fashion. Hands can be braced up on the thigh. Try to keep it mid-thigh. Sometimes our kneecaps are a little bit achy or they just don't feel so good, so you don't want to put pressure directly on the kneecap. Nice hearty part of your thigh will work better. And lean in as you slowly rock and stretch each ankle dynamically. Good. Keep your spine in a nice alignment. Even though you're leaning forward, try not to roll or round forward in that upper portion of your back. So always think of presenting this open feeling here from your sternum and heart, all right, versus closing off. Let's open our heart and our sternum. All right, now from here, hold the right up, slide it forward. You might have to scooch out a little bit on your chair, just a bit. And then take this right fingers and tap, 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 tap. Now during this, I'm going to talk you through it. So if you ever just want to let your eyes relax and your eyelids get drowsy, feel free. I'll talk you through this. Now, finger walk. So tap, 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 like you're creeping, like your hand is a spider. Creep it down and feel for the sensation of that tapping on your shin. And then relax as far as you can get and just hold. Rest on the other side. So notice my forearm is resting on the left thigh so that I can continue to reach towards the right toe. Relax and breathe. Inhale and exhale. Sometimes you need to scoot your hips out a bit so that the chair end doesn't hit you at a sensitive spot in your hamstring or the back of your thigh. So make those adjustments accordingly. This needs to feel comfortable for you. All right, slide that foot back in. Stay centered for a second. Round the back up. Stretching the spine in a static or held position. Inhale and feel like you're expanding the ribs out and back. Still in the spinal stretch. Exhale, pull it back in and lift the chest to straighten the spine. So kind of more of a cobra position or drafting table. And then walk the hands back up. Good. Awesome. Now let's go back to those slow, steady lifts. Stretching the back of the leg or lower leg muscle, the calf. Good. Pull up, press down. Pull up, press down. Nice deep breath. Let's do the same thing with our shoulders. Do you ever notice that our shoulders want to go up more often than they want to pull down? So let's make it happen with conscious effort. Inhale, exhale. Pull them down. Pull that stress down. All right, stay down. Slide the left leg out. Get out your spider. Let it tap. Hold it there. Feel that sensation. And let's lean in and let it tap its way down your shin. Down your shin. As far as it'll go, then hold it there. And just release the stretch. Focus on that sensation behind the left leg. Inhale and exhale. Relax your chin down so the back of your neck doesn't get tired here. Hold and breathe. Open up the lungs, push the air in. Exhale it out. Bring the hand back up to the thigh, slide the foot in, come into center position. Cat back your spine into a stretch. Tuck your chin under, your hips under. Now, be very focused on lung action here. Inhale and feel as though you're filling up the lungs and they're kind of expanding into your ribs and out your back. And then exhale them back down. And as the lungs come in, lift the chest up and come into that cobra deck or drafting table position of the back. What do I mean by that? Look to the side. See how my back is more like a drafting table than a roll top desk? Drafting table. Awesome. Hold it. Lengthen the neck, pull the shoulder blades down. Unhinge by putting your hands on your thighs and pushing back up to seated posture. The hinge is at the hip. So see, hinge, unhinge. There we go. Sit tall. Nice deep breath. Now roll the shoulders up, down, and around. So today, in particular during those peak movements, sometimes you get a little rush or a little run of adrenaline. Goes along with that speediness, maybe a little fight or flight, because you go, ooh, I've never done that before. That can feel like a stressful moment. But then the return from that rush, that stress, the same nerves can help bring that down, water that down, and maybe bring your stress level even below your set point. So the next stretch is really designed to stimulate that vagus nerve into relaxing and refreshing after the up of a great workout. So pull the shoulder blades down. Take one hand, right hand, and pull your head over towards your left. Don't pull hard, but pull to where you feel a nice stretch down the side of the face and neck to the clavicle. Now as you pull to the right, look with both eyes to the left and breathe. You take 5 deep breaths. Keep the eyes over there. 4. Keep looking to the left. 3. 2. Keep this shoulder down. Last one. And then help the head back up to the center. Look right. Look left. Bring it back to the center and repeat to the other side. So take the left hand gently. It's not a hard tug. It's a gentle guiding your head ear to shoulder. Look to the right with both eyes. Keep your vision, keep your gaze to the right. Keep your head to the left. Keep the right shoulder pulled down. Inhale. Don't look at me. Exhale. Look to the right. Again, inhale. Exhale. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Look, look, look. Look to the right. Exhale. Last one. Exhale. Help the head back to center. Hand down. Look behind your left shoulder. Center. Look behind your right. Center. Now, just sit with the knees and toes forward, shoulders back and down, hands out to your side. Center your body. Now, inhale, let the arms come up a little bit. Exhale, let them float down, keeping that head high, centered, shoulders centered, hips level, knees and toes in alignment. Inhale a little higher, a little deeper. Exhale, a little slower. Take more time on the exhale than inhale. Inhale up, exhale down. You can even make an ah or sigh on the way down. A little higher, inhale up, exhale down, sigh. Ah. One more, inhale all the way up, exhale down. Slower, 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 slower. Hands to lap. Resume normal breathing. Take a second. Take stock. Think about it. How do you feel? Where's your heart rate? Where's your respiration? Where's your stress level? Are you feeling a sense of calm? A sense of relaxation? Maybe even a little sense of elevation in your mind, your body, your spirit, your wellness. I hope I've left you feeling better than I found you, and that you'll be back for more every Wednesday with me, Kathy Stevens, Wellness Wednesday, and every Tuesday and Thursday with my compadre Dan. When you see him, tell him I said hi. All right, guys, give it a big hand. Thank you for being here. I do check my chat box all week long. So if you have any comments, any questions, just want a dialogue, feel free to add it in there. Thank you so much, Chad. Good to see that you're here. And Doug, thanks for calling it a fantastic workout. It's fantastic because you're here and we're a group and we're doing this together. So let's keep the 60 up going and we'll see you next week. Again, thank you. Kathy Stevens signing off and feeling better than when I started. I hope the same is true for you.